the airhead sound. So let's just go ahead and I'll make my own airhead sound. Here we go. That's floating away. The airhead of the day is going to go to the same person that the airhead of the day was created for. And ladies and gentlemen, that is Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez. You, my dear, get the Airhead Award of the day today. Want to know why? Well, here we go. Yesterday, Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez was blasted on Twitter. Why? Because she posted pictures of her grandmother's house in Puerto Rico. Sounds fair, right? Go to grandma's house, take some pictures of grandma's house, post them on your social media. This is grandma's house. No, that's not why she did it. She went down, first of all, she does not speak fluent Spanish, okay? So she gets on there, on Twitter, and she goes, I went to see my abuela's house. Reminds me of Dora the Explorer. I went to see my abuela's house. Can you say abuela? Say it with me, everybody. Abuela. That means grandma in Spanish. So she tweets out, I went to see my abuela yesterday after she fell ill. After abuela fell ill, I went to see her and visit her. But what she did is, they had a hurricane down there when President Trump was president, and she says that her grandma is still living in squalor, basically living in bad conditions, because of the hurricane. Went to see my abuela yesterday, and this is her living conditions. So she's basically throwing a fit because abuela has to live in a very, very poor conditioned home because of what happened during the hurricane and them not having enough funds to fix it. Now, let me just, I think Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez makes like $170,000 a year, give or take, if I'm not mistaken, as a congresswoman. I believe it's $174,000 a year. How many of you make $170,000 a year? I don't make $170,000 a year. I didn't make $170,000 a year when I was one of the top salesmen at the company that I used to work for. Didn't make it then. Okay, $174,000 a year to be a complete nincompoop seems like a lot. But anyway, she went down to abuela's house and took some pictures of abuela's living room and abuela's bedroom and then posted them. But here's the worst part. The reason why she gets the airhead of the day today is because she's blaming it on President Trump. She's still blaming it on President Trump. First of all, nobody cares. Okay, that's number one. And number two, how are you still blaming things on President Trump? She says because President Trump blocked the relief effort to go to Puerto Rico, that abuela couldn't fix her house. But do you guys know why President Trump blocked the relief effort to go to Puerto Rico so abuela couldn't fix her casa? How you like that one? Huh? I can do that too, Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez. Abuela could not fix her casa because her casa was destroyed because of a hurricane. And President Trump didn't send any money. The reason why President Trump didn't send any of the relief effort to Puerto Rico was because they were begging for relief efforts after they got a ton of relief from the previous national disaster that they had, and they were purposely hiding that relief, hiding those pallets and pallets of water and paper towels and first aid equipment. They were hiding it in a warehouse so that they could say that President Trump was not sending them any relief and he was leaving them to die. Do you remember all of that? How soon we forget. He was basically saying, I'm not going to send you another dollar until you use what I gave you. And because of the fact that you tried to lie and hide stuff in a warehouse, why would I send you anything? Why would I send you anything? Sheila Sereno says, Jeremy, yo no sabía de tu talento español. She's basically saying she didn't know that I knew Spanish. Well, hey, I took 5 years of Spanish in high school. Actually, from 8th grade all the way through 12th grade. So, hey, I know probably more Spanish than Miss Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, okay? What an airhead. Oh, President Trump didn't fix abuela's house. Darn it. Anyway, folks, moving on. Let me slurp some coffee real quick here because after going from Fauci to Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, I feel like I just need to end the show at this point. Terry Lynn 11 on Rumble says Trump still lives free rent in their heads. Trump has free rent in their heads. Exactly. And Nurse 1986 says, "Oh yeah, I remember. It doesn't take too much to remember, just 3 years ago when they did that to him. Tried to make him look bad, right?" And sincerely, Alyssa K says it's all part of the Democratic playbook. Blame